Son, come in here. I just got the newspaper. Coming! Look at this. It's an article about Canada. It seems the government wants it so we can expand our territory. It's like when Jefferson bought Louisiana Territory on April 30th, 1803 from Napoleon for $15 million. Indeed it is, yes. I remember reading about that in the newspaper. I also remember reading about Lewis and Clark in that same newspaper. Can you believe it only took them from 1804 to 1806 to reach the Pacific? Well, they did have lots of help from people like Sacagawea. Oh dear, look at this. What is it, Father? Look here, it says the U.S. has declared war on Britain. Why? It says here some of the reasons are the British capture of American ships, the imprisonment of their crews, the British working with Native Americans, the failure of the Embargo Act, and our desire to expand into Canada. Oh dear, Father, what will we do? Hooray! The war's over! Indeed! A lot has happened. Yeah, like when the British burned down the White House on August 24th, 1814. Oh yeah, I remember that. By the way, have you heard that new drinking song? I think it's called The Star-Spangled Banner. I think it was written by Francis Scott Key. Oh yeah, I think I've heard that. It was pretty good, wasn't it? Indeed. Oh, by the way, did you hear what happened to the Federalist Party? Yeah, they pretty much completely stopped existing. I heard it was because they didn't support the war effort. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Okay, everybody. So, the plan is we're going to go down the Santa Fe Trail to the New Mexico territories. This should take us about 7 weeks. I believe in us. I think we can make it. Now that's what I call manifest destiny. As an American, I believe I have the right and the duty to move west and take this land for ourselves. Okay, let's get a move on. And we're off! Elias, I heard something interesting from the man at the bar. What you hear? The man said a carpenter named James W. Marshall found a gold nugget near Coloma, California on January 24th, 1848. So what? We should go there so we can strike it rich, brother. And how do you plan to do that? Well, we would take the Oregon Trail. It should split off from the Santa Fe Trail near Gardiner Junction, Kansas. From there we can go down the trail until we reach the junction of the Snake and Raft River, so we can go down the California Trail. And how long will that take you? About 4 to 6 months. That's way too long. You can go on your own. I will. We made it to New Mexico. From there, I wrote a letter to James. See if he made California okay. Never did get a letter back from him. The gold rush ended in 1855. I like to imagine James made it there and struck it rich, but I know that's unlikely. I hear very few people found much gold out there. I don't even know if he made it there in the first place. People didn't make it down the trails. It was a dangerous time. Son, have I ever told you about the Alamo? Yes, Father, many times. Well, if you know so much about it, why about I quiz you on it then? Okay, Father. Well, when did it happen? It happened from February 23rd to March 16 of 1836. Well, that is correct, son. Next question. Where was it? San Antonio, Texas. Correct. So, why did it happen? Well, some of the reasons are that the white settlers wanted to own slaves, but the Mexican government would not allow it. Texas wanted independence from Mexico, and Texas wanted to preserve the antebellum South. Very good. So, soldier, why do you know so much about the Alamo? My dad would always quiz me on it, see how much I remembered. Well, let's quiz you on the war we're in now, see how smart you really are. Fine. When did this war start? April 25th, 1846, and hopefully it ends soon. Indeed. Well, next question. Why did it start? Well, the U.S. had a border dispute with Mexico over Texas, which we annexed in 1845. Correct. The war finally came to a close after the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed on February 22nd, 1848. The U.S. came out victorious with over 500,000 square miles of new territory. Although it was at a cost, the U.S. lost around 13,000 men, where the Mexicans lost even more at 25,000. And that's what I said. We need help. We need help. A train derailed on the tracks down the canal. Oh dear, I should help. You said down the canal? Yes, down the canal. Like all the other canals, like the Erie Canal. Canals are a very good way of transporting things. Didn't you know that? Yes, I do. Well, it derailed down the canal, and I think the best way to get down there would probably be by steamboat. They go at a grand total of 5 miles an hour in these days. Well, that doesn't sound very fast, Well, I like steamboats, and I don't care. I think we should use it. Fine. Before we go, I have to send out a telegraph to a larger city so they can send some more help. What's a telegraph? It's an electronic communication device, the first of its kind. It was invented by Samuel Morse, Alfred Vail, and Leonard Gale. That's so cool. Indeed it is. Now, let's get moving. There's a survivor. I should ask what happened. The rest of you go help someone else. Got it. Can you tell me what happened here? Yeah, so I was at home when I saw this ad in the newspaper about something called the Transcontinental Railroad. Then I remember I had some family in California, so I wanted to visit, since I was on the other side of the country and all. And this is the first railroad that goes all the way across the country. Not what I meant. I wanted to know how the train derailed. Well, I don't know that. Well, do you know who made it? Maybe that'll tell us something. Yeah, I remember reading something that it was built by the Central Pacific and Union Pacific Railroad companies. I believe it said they employed many immigrants from places like China, Ireland, Germany, and others. That's good info. Do you know when it was built? I think it said it was built from 1863 to 1869. Good, I think I might be able to piece something together from that.